Okay. Can you discuss issues with too much internal sound in a dome home? Dome homes are absolutely breathtaking, but we live in a high ceiling, open floor plan townhome now and have issues with too much noise. For example, when our toddler is asleep in the bedroom while one of us is trying to get dishes done in the kitchen, sometimes he wakes up. The kitchen, family room, living room are all open to each other and only the bedrooms are separated by doors. I imagine sound could be an issue in a dome home open floor plan. So those are two good questions and they're both sound related. So
Other corner, if you can call them corners, they're the corners of the balcony, and they're pointed out to the open part of the dome. It fills the entire whole dome with sound. Sound will transfer over the dome following the arc of the dome. So we've had a lot of things that we've done here entertainment-wise with parties. We can crank the music up here, but back of me right here in that doorway, that's a bedroom. That's the master bedroom. And we've got a sliding door we can actually close, but it's a 54-inch wide opening to make that room part of this entertaining area. So it fills the sound out here, but you can go in the room and we usually set up some tables. We did that, we got married in here. So the sound transfer, yes, it will transfer, but if you've got closed rooms, you want a solid core door, which is what we've got on the sliding pocket door. You want a sound dead in the walls with one of the brand names is Thermafiber. It's a very dense mineral wool blanket of both insulation, but really used for sound control. So you want to line the studs on the wall, up along this edge, up along that edge, all around. That's going to stop the transfer through the walls. Now, here's our problem. I'm assuming this, most of our people here have been stuck in the house. We're approaching a year, you know. So you are much more aware of the acoustics in your house. And you pointed out that you've got problems in your existing house, which is a townhouse that has a high ceiling in it. Well, you probably have hollow core doors, which have virtually no sound stopping qualities at all. And you probably don't have any insulation in those walls. So this is the nature of how we're building today. How we've been building in the last maybe 20 years. You want your kitchen, dining room, living room open. You want it visually connected. You don't want a dining room and the kitchen behind the wall going through a door. That's 50s, 60s, maybe 70s. But at some point we switched that. So now we have this open feeling that you want and the connectivity. So now you see with COVID going on and you're stuck in your house, you see the issues that you're coming up with. When I'm talking here, inside of this huge dome, it's 35 feet high. We've got a cupola up on the top, no floor, but the cupola raised up. We don't have reverb. That's the one thing that is a feature of the dome. You will have sound transfer from one side to the other, but not the reverb. So from a sound standpoint and a design standpoint, what I've learned through COVID, we have a very large master bedroom. You need a space in the master bedroom for an office or create an office that's adjacent to your master bedroom or off of the master bedroom. Maybe you add another dome, little small dome off of that. You want a study area for the kids in a private, separate room. And you want them insulated. So they can turn up the music, their music, which usually isn't your music, although our 4-year-old grandson loves our music. So it's a situation where the design now is changed. COVID has done that. It's shown you the deficiencies in your house the extra room that you need, the ability to be on a Zoom call like this in a separate private room and have multi-function areas, but have private areas in the house. So that's coming back, not to close off living room, dining room, kitchen, but to get these separate rooms, get that office space. And if you're a professional and you're in an office, you may want that door to the outside. If you put it near the front door or the side of the front door, you can design this as such. We've done this several times to get that room so it's got an access near the front so you can have clients, friends, whatever, come into that office separately without going into the house. So those are some of the real things. Now, acoustic wise, if you really want to sound deaden, you want to put some special panels in the dome if you want to deaden the whole sound. We did a museum for the Sioux tribe in South Dakota. And this is on the upper floor of a 52-foot diameter dome. We did spray foam insulation in the walls, fully packed. Well, that was when we were doing 2x6. But over that, we did an acoustical and fire retardant spray. That stopped all the sound transfer. But the problem they had was they said, it's too quiet. There's no sound travel. And it just kind of went out and that's it, didn't go anywhere. And you're used to some of this bounce back that you might have. When we do events and things, if somebody's going to speak in the dome, we put them over here on top of the mantle, and that sound transfers all the way on top. I'm sorry, not on top of the mantle, on top of the hearth, which is taconite rock. So they stand up a little higher, and the whole entire room can hear them very well. They can also hear everybody. Church is the same way. We did a church thing, and the people in the back row, normally you want to hide away in the back row in a church. If you don't want to move to the front, you're in the back. But in that dedication of that church, I mentioned to the people in the back, can you hear me okay? And they say, just fine. I said, well, just remember the dome transfers the sound the other way. So you want to sit in the middle. If you sit in the back, the pastor can hear every word you're saying. So that's the unique quality of the dome, and I think it's an advantage of the dome, not a detriment. Concrete floors, not a problem. You need furniture. You need things breaking it up. If you don't have that, if it's one wide open space, yes, you might need some sound control. Talking both from the standpoint of the kids, but you can work with that within the design of that, I think, after you move in. We've got a carpet rug area underneath our couch right here. That's the only place that we have a carpeted floor, so to speak.
Okay,
So
good.
I kind of went into that a lot, but
Well, yeah.